Coaching, you had some good receivers at Oregon, and now you went from that to working with CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. What's it been like to kind of get to know those guys and craft them kind of in your style?
It's been great. Starting with CeeDee, man. The transition from Oregon to Dallas has been. Our relationship has grown. When it comes to him and George, we spend so much time together, the three of us, and if you're around George enough, you'll realize, you'll see how funny he is. He's got a good sense of humor, but those two dudes are connected. When it comes to my experience and the things I've done in my past and being able to help those guys out, I will say this: players like C, who's very veteran, and George, who's getting up there too. He's a vet as well. You learn from those guys as well, so it's pretty cool. We get to bounce ideas off each other. We get to talk through certain situations, and I learn a lot from those guys as well.
And then we'll start with kind of them working together. How do you feel like they complement one another, and what do you feel like you can do for an offense when you've got them on the field at the same time?
I think George said it probably earlier in training camp when he said they're Mario brothers. They're two different guys, but they get the job done. They're two different players, but they're also the same. They both got the same mindset. They both do a really good job of finishing on the football. And when the ball's in their hand, they got good run after catch. Obviously, CeeDee, you've seen him with the ball in his hands, but seeing GP in space and seeing him make catches and being able to get in green grass and show his run after catch ability has been pretty impressive.
Does George not get enough credit for what he can do after the catch?
I wouldn't say he doesn't give enough credit. I haven't really paid attention to it much, or what people think. But from what my eyes see, he's pretty damn good with the ball in his hands.
It feels like every day Jonathan Mingo's making more and more plays. He was a guy that kind of came in mid-year last year, maybe struggled to get fully ingrained in the offense, but now that he's got a full off season, what are you seeing from him? Obviously a bigger guy and one of the bigger guys that this offense has had in recent years.
Well, I think it goes back to the offseason. Mingo got back to Dallas, and then he got with Dak. I was able to connect with him and build a relationship with him. I think one thing you see is the growth in the system, being in the system now, right? I think last year when he came in, it was like week 9 or 10, I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's playing good football for us. He played good football in the spring for us. He ended the spring well, and he's picked up right where he left off. He's physical. He's really good in the run game. He's explosive. He's another guy that has good run after catch ability, and he's a contested pass catcher.
No one knows Holden better than you do. What are you seeing from him compared to what you believe he's capable of? How's his growth?
I tell you what, Trey Tan, just in our relationship, gosh, I've been with Trey now going on year 3. Trey's grown a lot. I'm happy with his growth right now. If the last few practices, now he's put together some really good practices for us. And, my thing to him is just being consistent and keep stacking days.
What does he do best, and what do you think he needs to improve on the most?
I'll start with improvement. Just continue to grow in the system and in our scheme to be able to give us some position flex. When it comes to his strengths, Trey, he's strong, he's tough, and you'll be surprised by his run after catch. But he's super competitive, willing to do whatever.
You got a lot of guys behind the top 2, maybe 3. I don't know who the 3 is, but have to make some impressions. So you mentioned a couple. How about Flanoy and what he is doing, and anybody at Brooks, some of those guys.
Yeah, I think those guys are all playing good football. They all have their days where they're playing really, really good football. I think most importantly, it's just going to be just being consistent, right, and stacking days together and taking advantage of opportunities. But like what CeeDee talks about all the time, right? It's just we're going to compete every day, and those guys are competing. And when their opportunities comes, they're taking advantage of it.
Do you coach a pro guy here with experience different than you would have coached a college guy?
I just think people are individuals, right? You coach them all individually, and then as a whole, as far as the group. So when it comes to their people, right? It's just building a relationship and having a connection, and seeing what's their why is, and see what makes them tick.
Great. Good. Thank you.
Perfect.
That was it. That's all you guys need.